What's shaking and baking, all you hip, cool cats? My name is Kit, and welcome one and all to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way, all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. So, today, we're going to do something fun. As you all know, if you've been watching Chicago Reacts from the beginning, from the very beginning, you might know that I am a fan of Hell's Kitchen. And, I have watched my fair share of the great celebrity chefs of our era. But today, a new challenger has arisen. Let's Game It Out has been hired professionally to ruin a restaurant. That's right, the video I'm reacting to is titled, I Was Hired to Professionally Ruin a Restaurant, Chef Life by Let's Game It Out. As always, for all the videos that we react to, the original link is in the description box below. So please, please, please be a hip, cool chef and support the original content creators. Why? So that way you're not eliminated at the, Hell's Kitchen elimination round. You don't want to give up your chef jacket. I mean, come on, do the right thing. Support the original content creators, but also, hey, be sure to give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Okay, come on. It's the right thing to do. It's the only way you're gonna win the challenge. But without further ado, since I am in charge of the ones and twos, I'm gonna pull this video up and let's get ready to enjoy it in a 3, a 2, a 1.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're checking out Chef Life today, and I love anything that's a restaurant simulator, or as I like to think of it, a restaurant simulator run poorly by a madman. Oh, and also, developers, thank you for a key. And also, this video is sponsored by Call of Dragons. First things first is making our character. Hopefully, they're gonna have the same shifty eyes the default guy does. Let's see, muscles all the way to max. Build also all the way to max. Yeah, see, look, he's happy about it. And what kind of hairstyle do we want for him? Do we want sexy, sexier, or sexiest? Or do we want to go, ooh, there's basket weaving happening on the top of his head.
Hell
and
yeah.
Obviously, we're going to give it a nice natural color of purple. Now, that's the good stuff. Don't forget the matching beard and make it a nice green. Oh, and you can do a mustache of a different color. Now we look like a streamer. Am I wrong?
Now you'd look professional. And look, not to stereotype streamers, but yeah, this character does look like a streamer. Sorry, not sorry, just throwing it out there.
Or do his eyes look a little more panicked than when we started? Oh, don't look so worried, you're fine. Oh, goody, and there's makeup options? Yep, this is the one. See, he likes it. A great big smile. And now for that nice traffic cone look, and of course with matching pants. Ooh, even better, it's got that prison jumpsuit look. Wait, we need to finish the ensemble.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. We're perfect now. Chef's name, McJumpsuit. Yeah, that's right, Chef McJumpsuit. And here is our restaurant. And behold, it is us, freshly escaped from prison in our fabulous jumpsuit. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Our jaunty swagger into our brand new bit.
All right, so I haven't played this game, so to anyone that has, please type your experience in the comment section below. What kind of restaurant did you open up? What kind of options are there available? I'm pretty sure we'll find out later on in this video, but I want to throw this question out here. What are your thoughts? And what kind of restaurant do you open up? Is it like a seafood restaurant, Italian restaurant, French restaurant? What do you do to make your restaurant stand out? And would it survive Chef Ramsay's inspection from a kitchen nightmare? Dare I say it? Could your restaurant survive an inspection from Marco Pierre White? Right, him. That guy. Marco. I've watched a couple of videos of Marco, man. I gotta tell you. I'm impressed with his career, but also he's very intimidating. I have nothing but respect for Marco. I'll never forget the Kitchen Nightmares. Not Kitchen Nightmares. It was MasterChef Australia. He looks at one of the contestants and says, "Would you serve this to your mother?" And the contestant just says no. And Marco's just stared at him, and I could just read his mind. Then why would you serve that to me? He didn't say that. He just said it through his look. Only the initiated know what I'm talking about.
business. Oh, and who might this be? This is our associate, Chasm. Basically, he exists to give us moral support, and I'm gonna do my part by skipping all his dialogue. Anyway, let's check out the kitchen. Besides having ample space for power walking, we've got all kinds of prep stuff back here, like a place to cut stuff, and prep stuff, and water stuff, and stuff. You know, kitchen stuff. And then over yonder, we've got all our supplies. So in this case, let's say we need to make this item. Fish and green beans. We go over here, grab all the things we're gonna need. Thank goodness everything is properly labeled. Now I know where the fish is. So let's say we want to make this delicious fish. First, we gotta prep it. Unfortunately, the game is pretty automated when it comes to preparing items. Like, it doesn't give me options to mess this up as much as I would love to. But we didn't waste a whole lot of that fish, so that feels good. And then scoop it up with a quick swipe. And then we take that fish, and then we bread it. And then we take the floured fish over to the cooking station. So let's go over here and get some cookware. And unfortunately, we have to use the right frying.
Yes. The answer to everyone's question is yes, I would play this game. I would definitely play this game.
Pan, or it won't let us cook it at all. But don't worry, we've got other options. So let's put our things down in the prep area, including our floured sole, as well as an open glass of olive oil. And now let's switch the gas burners to on. And then once that's nice and probably too hot, it's time to drop it all in. You see over here where it says heat strength? Why would we leave that at the lowest when we can ramp it to the highest? It's looking great. And the game provides this handy dandy progress bar up here. And then when it gets to the end there, that's when you're supposed to take it off the pan. Or you could just sit there and wait for it to burn. Nummy nummy num. And then when it's all ready to go, just snatch it out with your hands. Ew, a dirty frying pan. Better keep the burner on so it just cakes to the whole thing. And the thing is, you can take these pans and wash them out over at the sink, but I didn't go to culinary prison for that. Rather than that, let's just leave it over here. Make it somebody else's problem. Ah, crap, I forgot our green beans. Kitchen making me...
No! I know he's supposed to ruin his restaurant on purpose, but no! No! I could see Gordon Ramsay or Marco or anybody just yelling at the top of their lungs. No!
Cook stupid things. Come here, pot. I'm gonna need you. No, I'm not gonna use the burner that's already on. Besides, leaving it on is probably fine. Okay, as before, power on, green beans in the prep area, and then cook. Way too hot and for way too long. Oh, and I can't forget the seasoning. Silly me, that was almost a faux pas. Right now, we only have access to salt and pepper. Okay, where was I? Time to spice. Oh, wait, it's not letting me because it's already done cooking. But we can't have that. We need to properly season these. Time to dump this boiling hot liquid into the trash.
No!
And the pot is technically dirty now, as is evidenced by that terrible icon. So we'll just put that over there and... oh, God. Anyway, round 2. And now it's time to season to perfection. The game gives us a little something called Chef Sense, that if we use it, it lets us know that we're missing a lot of salt. Okay, here's a little bit. What does the Chef Sense tell us now? Not enough salt, huh? Here's a little more. Okay, now it says it's perfect. But I think we'll be the judge of that. I like a little black pepper. Like 1 swipe, and 2, and 3. You know what? We'll know when it's enough. Yep, there we go. Just a little pepper. Can't forget the salt, though. In you go. Now the Chef Sense is letting us know there's too much salt, and it doesn't even understand why there's black pepper. And that's how you know it's the good stuff. And burnt. What in tarnation? It seems to have lost all my seasoning in the burning process. Better add some more. And that's how you make green beans. Not sure why he's looking around like he just committed a crime. Just put it on the worktop and don't think too hard.
Yes, he did commit a crime with those green beans. God, no. I dread to think what our Let's Game It Out is going to do to steak or some fine Italian cuisine.
About it. Leave that for your fantasies. Hey, speaking of fantasy, have you ever wished you could play an original, immersive, strategic fantasy game? Well, then buckle up, because Call of Dragons is calling for you. See? There it is right now. Right there on your Android and or iOS mobile device for free. So let me lay this game out for you. This is the land of Tamaris, home to the elves, orcs, humans, treants, celestials, goblins, halflings, and more. And you're gonna want them all in your vast army as you explore a world of wonders, seeing all kinds of cool stuff, discovering even cooler stuff, and just wandering around a land of constant adventure. And when you're not out traversing the countryside, you'll be planting some roots roots and building your own fantasy city. And your place will look totally different depending on where you choose to settle down. So expand those horizons and find a place that's right for you. And don't forget about the dragon part of Call of Dragons. Dragons are the most powerful creatures in all of Tamaris, and it's up to you to figure out if they're going to befriend or...
You know, that kind of reminds me of, looks like Clash of Clans. Remember that game? Is that thing still around or no? Because this looks like a spiritual successor of that. Anyone who's played Call of Dragon I don't play any of these mobile games because I've seen all these ridiculous scam videos of mobile games that make these big promises, but the game's entirely different. Well, but I know off subject, but what are your thoughts on those mobile games? Seriously.
foe. And speaking of alliances, you'll also be able to choose from 3 different factions in your quest to, presumably, bring peace to the lands. You've also got this thing called behemoths, which is your secret weapon on the road to victory. Work with your alliance to find them, bring them under your command, then set them loose on unsuspecting suckers. Yeah, take that, lesser alliances. So if this sounds good to you, use this QR code right here on the screen, or use the linky in the description and buckle up, take part in huge battles, approach each fight the way you want to, and enjoy the fruits of your labor back at the ranch as you build up your city. And use this code for some free in-game starters. And thanks again to Call of Dragons for sponsoring. Okay, wait, what was I doing? Oh, wait, I actually needed
Stove's still on. The stove's still on.
that. It's time for plating. Luckily, I've been carrying that fish around in my pocket and it's gotten ice cold. Just the way they want it, whether they know it or not. And now just a little bit of finessing. And there you have the perfect meal. And the perfect pose. Now, I know this looks surprisingly normal, but this is where we can shine and customize it with our own plating style. First, we're gonna put down our sauces. We're gonna use these lovely gold ones. So we'll put one right there and the other right there. And of course, it's gonna let us fill these containers if we want. Or we can put little cool patterns on the plate, so we can do a little splotch, or a halo energy sword, or just a sad little dollop. I'm inclined to use these to draw ourselves a little picture. There we go, looking culinary and sad. Oh, but we can't forget about our green beans. We're just gonna take this cluster and put them right here for the nose, put another one right there, and then put another one right there. Why so sad, buddy? And now time for the main event. Well, why use something appetizing like this, when instead we could do something a little more like that, or we could do the whole fish, or whatever delicious fish tube this is, but I think I like this the most. My delicious fish flour. And each one of these things takes up a different amount on the plate. So for example, using a whole fish, we can only put one on the plate before the meter is maxed out. But instead, if we use one of these things, we have enough space for 2 of them. And that's why I'm so pumped about this rose, because for whatever reason, it takes up very little of the meter. So we can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes, good, it's perfect. And now for some last minute decorations. Now, if there's one thing I'll never get tired of, it's fresh basil. So let's try and add as much as possible. Wait for it. Wait for it. And watch, somebody's gonna enjoy it right now. There you go, buddy. Here you go. Enjoy your fish tower. I also didn't make a meal for this guy, so he gets to just sit and watch while the other guy eats. It feels so good to provide the optimal dining experience. Also, why do you guys have like 90 glasses at your table?
They're there to get their drink on.
And then it just kind of goes like this. All these people show up expecting a fine dining experience. I don't know why you're even looking at the menu, because I'm only willing to make one thing. I like this guy looking around like, are we just gonna start before she gets her food? I guess so. Hey, can I try some of that? Oh, sorry, I just finished it all. It was pretty good, wasn't it? Don't worry, we're gonna make the caprese salad that they ordered. After all, it's just tomato and mozzarella. Look how beautiful that looks. Hope you're hungry out there. I've got the perfect meal for you that I am now gonna go over here and throw straight into the trash.
All right. This has me thinking. All right, to you, the viewing audience, to you, the viewer watching this right now. All right, it's gonna be like one of these questions. Anyone can choose to answer if they want to. But have you ever been to a terrible restaurant? Type your experience. Hey, I'll even go one step further. Have you been to any of the terrible restaurants that were on Kitchen Nightmares, or anything that would be equivalent to that? Let's say the infamous Amy's Bakery Company. You remember that one? That was on Hell's Kitchen, where Gordon Ramsay just wiped his hands and just walked away. No, seriously. Type your experience in the comments. Because I've been to two restaurants that were just god awful. One was in like 2012. I was visiting family members in New York State, and we went to this seafood restaurant, but we were waiting for our food for more than an hour. I mean, it got to the point to where even appetizers were coming out slow. Like everybody was waiting and waiting, and nothing was coming out of the goddamn kitchen. It was really insulting. And then when we got our food, when we got our appetizers, the scallops were not cleaned properly, and it was just it just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Everything was terrible, and the service was slow. I don't know. It was bad. So if you had an experience like that, type it in the comment section below. You don't have to name the restaurant or anything, but have you ever had a horrible experience that would be equivalent to something that you've seen on Kitchen Nightmares? Did you guys call out the chef or the management? Seriously, type in the comment section below. I would love to hear your stories. Because let's face it, without all of you and your commentary, this channel would not exist. And yes, we do read the comments. So regale us with stories of epic fails at restaurants. And you know what? Just to even make it even better, regale us of tales of restaurants where it was outstanding. It was like 10 out of 10, life-changing restaurant. Seriously, share your story, and we would like to hear it. But my goodness, like I know the video's titled "I was hired professionally to ruin a restaurant," but my gut instinct is just yelling at the screen, saying, "No, please stop! My heart, it can't take any more pain."
What do you mean responsibility down? Is this because I'm wasting food? And even despite all that, they gave me a stamp of good service. Your customers had a nice time. Looks like I'll have to try harder. And that's pretty much how this game works. And then the next day, we're supposed to be able to do some kind of prep. There's all kinds of chores you have to do that I'm trying to shortcut as much as possible. So for example, you need to order all of your supplies. Yeah. And there's all kinds of different vendors you can use. See, now this is what I'm talking about. Basic quality, very low price, international origin. And that differs from some of these other places, like Agriculture Store, where the price is double what I want to pay, but the origin is local. And the reason it's got a green up arrow is if we buy from this place, it increases our responsibility. But why would I want to care about that? This stuff is cheap. I don't care if it lowers my responsibility rating. I don't even know what that means. And then I stare despondently at this icon until the stuff is delivered. And then we take all that crap and we triumphantly march it into the kitchen. This gigantic trough of stuff we're not even cooking. Why do I have...
Okay. I got one other question. This is now, all right, you know how it is. Now's your time to shine. So, this is a question to anyone that's worked in a restaurant. Have you ever worked in a terrible restaurant where the chef and the owners just didn't know what they were doing? You can keep yourself anonymous. You don't have to name the restaurant. But this is now your time to shine. To anyone that's worked in a restaurant, be you a server, a soul chef, I know I said it wrong, but I just like a soul chef. If you worked in an area where, like a restaurant where it was just like, this is a sinking ship, tell us your story. So now's your time to shine. That's right. So whether you're at a funeral or a wedding, about to be sentenced to jail or prison, or about to serve overseas, and you're watching this YouTube video, you scream out at the top of your lungs, "Now's my time to shine." And if anyone looks at you crazy, you just tell them, "Old Kit Kat told you so." And no one will say anything to you. So now's your time to shine. Tell us your story. If you've worked in a restaurant where, honest to God, the ship was sinking, no one knew what the hell was going on. We do read the comment sections, so tell us your story. I have to hear this. So anyone that's worked professionally in a restaurant, tell us. Tell. Type.
Lobster and squid in there. What kind of restaurant am I running? There we go, fully stocked once again with stuff we don't need. Okay, that's one of our morning tasks done. Oh, but we're not done yet. Now it's time for a little designing. Once in designer mode, you can design a couple of different things. For example, you can customize this whole counter.
Hey, Ready to start the day?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your leaning? We'll just change this thing in the back then. Don't worry, there's all kinds of unlockables just for such an occasion. Right over here in the office, we have a catalog just sitting out. Oh my goodness, my cup runneth over with options. We can buy all kinds of new workstations.
Yeah.
Not to mention decorative items. But in the immediate, we're gonna unlock... Wait, what the hell? Little Italy scooter. Well, sign me up. Ooh, and
Yes.
also let's unlock these chairs, because boy, do they look uncomfortable. Yes, look at these wildly great improvements. Finally, the peak of comfort. We're gonna replace this nice heritage dresser with this. Yes, it's exactly the same vibe. Thank you for letting me add a crappy child's bike. And that's pretty much how it all goes. We get the restaurant all set up, we start service, and then we wait for customers to arrive. And by the way, we're not allowed to leave the kitchen. Every time a day starts, this little bar comes out, keeping all the customers away from the riffraff, meaning the guy that's gonna create culinary splendor. Anyway,
That's
the game
right.
starts you off with 3 recipes, and every time I have to make them, I try to do as crappy a job as possible. Always trying my best to cook everything in the wrong order, like adding butter too early so the game is confused, and then seasoning nothing, so that this fish ends up tasting like butter-flavored rubber, and then cooking it to burnt perfection before taking the whole frying pan and the meal, holding it out and staring creepily at the customers as I watch in real time as it slowly gets cold, or in the case of these green beans I'm about to make, seasoned to salty perfection. 396 servings of salt, just like we were taught to make it in cooking school. Whoa there, buddy, don't fall asleep. We need to make sure this is properly
Okay, I know. Again, the video is titled how. It's just like my heart is hurting because all of a sudden I could see, first of all, Chef Ramsay yelling at the top of his lungs like, "What are you doing, you donut, you donkey, idiot burger!" And then I just see Marco just murderously staring. Marco's not saying anything. He's not raising his voice. Marco's just staring. His stare of death. You know what? The way I would describe Marco is like one of the gods of destruction from Dragon Ball Super. Marco just raises up his hand and just says, "Hakai." Oh my goodness! It's like I am not a professional chef. I've never worked at a restaurant. I don't know jack about the restaurant business. But my instincts are all saying this is wrong. Something's not right. Something's not right.
Disgustingly overcooked. See, there we go. There's the magic. And per our custom, don't forget to leave the burners on.
No!
Over to the table, who have now been waiting for probably a couple of hours, and let them get a gander of what they're missing out on. Now, we're gonna plate the fish first, because as we can see in our inventory, it has reached Arctic status. Bon appetit!
Chef, the table won't be happy that their food is cold.
Oh, yes, they will. Taste the nuances of disappointment. And now that he's completely done, let's go ahead and plate the second meal. Oh my gosh, I sure hope they love what I've come up with.
What is this?
Good.
What is that?
I'm sure they're gonna enjoy that meal just fine. This is how it used to look, by the way.
Wait. We are rewinding that because I have to see the look on the server's face.
Good. I'm sure they're gonna enjoy.
Look at him. Look at the video game knows that this is wrong. Look how sad the server is. And in the background, you see the bartender. He's looking like, what the hell is the chef doing? They're all just looking at him. Again, I have to go. Okay, I know I've asked a couple of questions. So again, I'm going to reiterate. You know what? I'll save it at the end of the video. But my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Enjoy that meal just fine. This is how it used to look, by the way, before we changed it into this. The beautiful, deconstructed, tentacle monster caprese salad. Oh, and don't look now, there's always more customers. Yes, that's a good call. Seat that one person at a table for 6. Don't worry, lady, I'll make you your fish. And I'm also gonna wait until your patience runs out and your little smiley face turns into a sad face. See, that's more like it. That'll teach you to want a nice meal. And when I figured out a little bit more about the responsibility thing, if you
Okay.
head on over to the computer and you access your dashboard, you can see over here that, wait a minute, I can name my restaurant? Why am I only now realizing this? Staring Felon Bistro. Yeah, you would eat there, right? Of course
No.
you would. Anyway, as you can see, we have two exciting meters here. One is for hygiene and one is for responsibility. And based on how full our hygiene bar is, it looks like we have a lot to do. Immaculate, very clean, disgusting. And thankfully, our responsibility is at an all-time low right now. Apparently, it gets that way when you constantly throw away food. And as a result, my employees are late to work. We have a bad reputation, and our team morale is very low. Good. Wow, they weren't kidding about the morale. Why the long face? That's okay. I'll
Dude.
just give you some orders in the kitchen. I'm just gonna have you chop French fries forever. That's the spirit. And then when he's done, back to being sad. Don't worry though, it wasn't all
Oh, jeez. Oh my! I feel sorry for them. I know they're not real people, but I feel sorry for them. Oh,
for nothing. See, I'm gonna take all the French fries you made, and right into the trash they go. Feels good, doesn't it? Now start making more fries. I'll be making my next creation. Yeah. That's supposed to be steak with shallots and French fries, by the way. Looks just like it, right? Hey,
No.
listen, you did a great job cutting all those French fries. I've never been more proud to throw things in the trash. I love that I'm over here plating another masterpiece, and he's just in the background, sulking. And it's always exciting when we make something new, except that's the crappy default plating for this meatballs with garlic. This is our version of it. Now it looks like alien cuisine with a nice line of cocaine for dessert. Oh, hey, and apparently we've hired another
yeah, sure. You know, hey, a little line of Coke for the people eating the food. I mean, hey, it's very considerate, very considerate indeed. Now, do you offer plastic straws or paper straws?
chef. Now we have two people looking really sad. I need you to keep making beef cubes, please. And just remember, I'm either gonna throw it all away or sell it to this business behind me. Also, I'm pretty sure that's not how you carve meat. You just sharpen it over and over again and get all the knife trimmings on top of it, then you're done. I'm starting to think you work for me because we all suck. I also couldn't help but notice we have a little bit of a problem in the kitchen. And by problem, I mean we're making modern art on the ground because I think it's beautiful. Just all the floors caked in filth. That's how you know your chefs care. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Are you trying to clean this stuff up? You stop that right now. We're gonna let this place be covered in grime and we're gonna love it. Oh my god. Oh boy, our kitchen just keeps getting more professional. Surely they're not gonna be bothered by the lazy T-posing you're doing. Oh, are you ready to order? Uh-huh. Okay, we'll get that right for
Hey, one of your servers seems to have been frozen by a psyker, but yet they're still able to use their powers in the warp to take down orders.
you. I like that this insanity is happening and the guys behind the counter just don't think this is weird at all. I meant to tell you, you're doing a really great job. The corpse-like stare, the using a sponge on the tablecloth with your mind. That's how you're gonna get ahead in this business. Well, I think
Exactly.
I've seen all I need to see. I'm gonna help myself to my latest creation, or as I call it, a feast for the nostrils. I want to thank Call of Dragons again for sponsoring this video. You can check out the game using my linky in the description below, or use this little QR code right here. So I hope you had fun. I know I did, and I'll see you next time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let's address just a couple things. Holy cow. First of all, Chef Life looks like a fun game. If you don't make your servers and your chefs and everyone else working for your lives miserable. I mean, it looks like a fun game. I would love to give a whack at it and try it out. But seriously, funny stuff. But I felt a part of my soul dying. All of a sudden, all the teachings of Marco and Chef Ramsay and everybody else in the professional chef world was like reaching out of the warp and into my mind, screaming, "No, none of this is correct. None of this is right." Oh, my heart was dying just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, okay. Looks like a fun game. Have any of you played Chef Life? Please type it in the comment section below. But also I want to ask this question to the viewing audience. So two-part question. Number one, have any of you ever been to a restaurant that would be on par with something that you've seen at Kitchen Nightmares? Tell us your story. Tell us your kitchen nightmare story. Number two, to anyone that's worked in a restaurant, Be you a server, bartender, a soul chef, anything of that nature, anything of that nature, right? Um, tell us what it was like seeing a restaurant like that you worked at, but it was like managed by the worst chef or worst owners ever. You can keep your restaurant anonymous. That's all good, but I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your stories, your kitchen nightmare stories. So to anyone that's professionally worked in a restaurant where the ship was sinking, type the story in the comment section below. And if you've been to a restaurant, just like a regular person, if you've been to the restaurant that's on par with something from Kitchen Nightmares, type it in the comment section below. We do read the comments. I'm very excited for this video. It might be a 10 out of 10 life-changing chef video. Until then, folks, I want all of you to keep on winning. Keep your head on a swivel. Take care, folks. I'm up out of here.